And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition!
Some people use two hands to count to 10. Since we often start with half as much and gotta be twice as smart, I'ma teach us how to count to 20 on one hand and make us 4 times as smart. Just to be safe. A/0/Earth, A/0, alphanumeric, consisting of or using both letters and numerals. If you can't think of anything in particular, think of nothing. If you can't imagine what you've already seen, then you can't remember it later on. If you can't remember things, then you can't imagine them in a new context. Visualization and recall are two sides of the same coin. The phrase "two sides of the same coin" is a mnemonic. We remember the familiar structure of the coin and imagine its dual faces, using them as signals telling us to visualize and recall respectively. The structure adds context to our concepts. The face of a coin serves to trigger in its owner a perception of that face that contextualizes the purposes behind the minting of the coin. A two-faced coin reminds us that vastly different, perhaps even diametrically opposed perceptions can arise from the singular act, flipping, of a singular object, coin, if observed repeatedly over a long enough stretch of time. This observation may eventually give one the impression that, at times we must consider two or more distinct perceptions as signals of but one action or material. If the relationship between visualization and recall is analogous to the relationship between the two faces of a coin, we must at times consider the distinct perceptions of imagination and memory to be signals of some singular act of mind.
This is my memory palace. By putting images inside this space, I can memorize huge quantities of information. 10 decks of shuffled playing cards, lists of hundreds of random words, entire poems, and the first 100 digits of pi. I'm going to show you how the memory palace works so that you can memorize the first 100 digits of pi.
The absence of inspiration is no cause for dread. In truth, like consciousness itself, the first thing we become aware of is the absence of stimulation. That is the serene peace of undisturbed awareness. Absence cannot be multiplied or divided. Absence, if recognized at all, is recognized as singular, as one. Thus counting begins. This is why A equals 0, because it is our unseen beginning. The ancient Babylonians originated our modern concept of zero by creating a placeholder digit to represent a null value in their new addition of place value to their original base 60 number system. This revealed what we now call patterns of exponential growth. This exponentiation of 60 allowed them to calculate and notate incredibly large numbers easily. Today we represent 0 with a circle, and the ancient Babylonians who developed 0 also developed a system of circular measurement, 360 degrees, each degree made up of 60 minutes and each minute made of 60 seconds. They use different language, but the reason for the modern nomenclature is that this system for measuring circular geometry is the structure which contextualizes all measurements of frequency. Circular motion is the structure that all of temperature, time and energetic/vibrational measurements are based on. This is why A equals 0, because it is our unseen beginning. The closest square number to 360 is 361, the square root of 361 is 19. Counting begins by preparing your mental space to house a number. In this same way, all digits emerge from 0, and many distinct forms of measurement can be extrapolated from a circular motion. By acknowledging 0 and counting up to 19, on one alphabetized list, we can grasp 20 distinct values that, through basic arithmetic, allow us to form a circle of associations in our mind, by making a square of our largest value. An act that, in our own way, allows us to square the circle of the alchemists. The standard English alphabet contains 26 characters. If we remove vowels, and the letter Y, we are left with 20 consonants. Combine X, with Z, into a new letter called Kizzy and we are left with 19 letters.
So you can't just memorize 100 digits of a random number. Most of us are just not going to be able to do that. The technique that I use is called the major system. So using this code, you can convert any number into a word and then into an image that you can visualize in your memory palace. 41. 4 is an R, 1 is a T or a D. Could be RT, rat. 5272. L-N-K-N, Lincoln. 820271001427, 8239407232033127.
So, in order from 1 to 19 the letters are B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W and Kizzy. In AAVE, African American Vernacular English, Kizzy is combination of cap and izzle. The Ave word cap comes from the phrase to cape for, as for that phrase Webster states. The word typically means to defend or show support for. It evokes the image of someone donning a cape to come to the aid of one being unfairly criticized or attacked, but often people are accused of caping for someone unworthy of such valor. It's common on Twitter, where examples can be found as far back as 2009 inches. As a commenter pointed out to us, this use of the word cape most likely has its genesis in the 1993 song Captain Save a Ho by rapper E40, in which the eponymous captain, equipped with a metaphorical cape, is eager to save a rescue, and thereby win the loyalty of a woman. And none of these are related to the oldest verb cape, which is too obscure for the dictionary at merriam-webster.com but is included in Merriam-Webster Unabridged, where it's defined as to attract and direct the charge of a bull by flourishing a cape. It is my opinion that the relation between caping a bull and showing unwarranted support is in the thought of flourishing or behaving flamboyantly, said support being a tactic to distract the minds of others, the bull, from making any critical analysis of the one being praised.
Let's jump straight into the first question that everybody would want me to ask. You delivered a TED Talk where you predicted pretty much what is happening now. Was that TED Talk about this virus, or was that a hypothetical that has now come true?
Well, I didn't know specifically that it'd be coronavirus and that it would hit in late 2019.
GNN science reporters have produced a video about what we know so far about CAPS, the virus, the outbreak, and the resulting chaos.
CAPS is a novel coronavirus related to those viruses that caused the frightening SARS epidemic in 2003 and the deadly MERS outbreaks in recent years.
But the goal of the talk was to encourage governments to make the investment so we can respond very quickly.
Capping in AAVE is when hyperbole used to distract from an inherent weakness or flaw.
So what we're going to do with pi is break this number up into 3-digit chunks and come up with a unique image for each chunk. 141, duh, could be a druid. 592, L-B-N, a Libyan, like somebody from Libya. Maybe it's Muammar Gaddafi. 653, sh-l-m, could be somebody shouting, shalom. So basically, these 33 images are the first 100 digits of pi. Now let's go to my memory palace. So now I picture myself standing outside the memory palace, and there's the druid chilling on the front lawn. And I walk through the door into the house, into a living room, and there's Gaddafi sitting on the yellow sofa. Right next to him, a little midget shouting, shalom. We turn the corner of the coffee table, and there is a wolf peeing on the nice laminate floor. Right above him, there is a picture going kaboom! And then just beneath that is a nymph, 238, sitting cross-legged on the floor. We're passing from the living room into the bedroom, and right there on the left, 462, a Russian doll. Next to the Russian doll, piping hot falafel filled with shawarma. On the bed, MFM, male, female, male, pornographic scene.
And as for Izzy, Izzle popularized by rap artist Snoop Dogg, but first put to record by Frankie Smith's 1981 Double Dutch Bus, 1, is from a style of cant, esoteric slang, used by African-American pimps and jive hustlers of the 1970s. The izzle, izzo, ill speak, which also uses an infix is, similar in some ways to Pig Latin, was developed by African Americans around the period of the Harlem Renaissance, with hotspots of the speak in Oakland, New York City, and Philadelphia. It was partially developed as young African American girls improvised chants and nursery rhymes while jumping rope, with the is dialect serving to add syllables when necessary to maintain the rhythm. A similar is dialect has also been used by carnies, carnival workers. Wikipedia. Kizzy is exaggeration. To say no kizzy means no exaggeration. In this context, in order for my claim that I'll make us 4 times as smart, to be no kizzy, I would need to know kizzy. I would need to know what kizzy is. If I know 4 things, 1. How to use the alphabet as a memory palace, 2. How to count from 0 to 19 one hand, 3. How to arrange the alphabet so that vowels have 0 value, consonants have numerical value from 1 to 19, 4. The value 19 represents X and Z simultaneously as kizzy. Then I can interact with letters and numbers at the same time as I count on one hand, allowing access to 4 forms of intelligence: left brain arithmetic and right brain linguistics, visualization and physical activity, all at once. No kizzy. Aside from the aforestated omission of vowels and fusion of X with Z, the familiar alphabetic sequence is maintained. Again, in order from 1 to 19 the letters are B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W and kizzy.
And hanging from the wall, big, bony kneecap. And then I walk into the bathroom. It's a beautiful bathroom. There's Wilson, the volleyball from Castaway. He's sitting on the toilet. Inside the shower is going to be Michelle Pfeiffer. And on a coffee table, a little bathroom reading, top, a book. And then 169 on the wall, a Toshiba logo. Next to that, 399, male pattern boldness. I walk into the kitchen and there's Michael Jackson moonwalking across the laminate floor. Next to him, a humming diesel motor. And then on the wall, there are these phones that are buzzing, and in front of them, a baker. I can smell the bread baking in the oven. And in front of him is a barrier. I'm gonna lift up that barrier and walk into the hallway. It's Muammar Gaddafi again. And behind him, a Lucha Libre mask. A pair of red high-heeled leather dominatrix boots, a horseshoe, a no fishing sign, an unsafe sign, a big bottle of cheap Popov vodka, and there I see an ocean view. And then I walk outside of the house into the backyard. It's summer, and behind that, a funnel, and Helen Mirren. And then 117, a fish riding a bicycle. I don't know, because that's idiotic. 067, Pat Sajak, the host from Wheel of Fortune. And that's my memory palace. That's how I visualize the first 100 digits of pi.
By storing digits and letters in one place, we create a set of alphanumeric values, similar to a traditional abjad. Wikipedia states, from Arabic bijd, abjad, the term for the traditional ordering of the Arabic script, from the first four letters, alif hamzat, ba, b, jim, j, dal, d. Compare English ABC and alphabet. The system of abjad numerals, a numeral system in which the letters of the Arabic abjad are interpreted as numerals, typically used to enumerate lists and nested lists, as well as in numerology. Our keyword alphanumeric implies that something represents both a sound and a quanta of value. In order to better preserve this information in our memory, we will use another list mnemonic. Remember, a mnemonic is a device such as a pattern of letters, ideas, or associations that assists in remembering something. This mnemonic relies on our knowledge of English alphabet order, the numbers 1 through 19, and takes the form of an alphabetic list of words that represent the quantities 1 to 19 in some way or another. These words, in order are, bold, coin, domain, face, games, hex, Jericho, kings, lives, mano a mano, nova, petals, quirk, reconstruction, Tariq, dr, vixie, woman, Zohar. Their associations with the digit values are as follows: 1. Bolt. A bolt is singular and is used to unite disjointed objects. 2. Coin. A coin has two faces. 3. Domain. Domain is the root of dimension, objects and spaces are three-dimensional. 4. Face. A face has four identifying features: eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. 5. Games. The Olympic logo is 5 rings symbolizing the 5 original games. 6. Hex. A hexagon has 6 sides. 7. Jericho. The walls of Jericho were circled 7 times. 8. Kings. The 8 antediluvian rulers on the Sumerian kings list. 9. Lives. A cat has 9 lives.
Okay, so now let's see if I can actually do this. 3.141
592 653 589 793 238 462 643 383 279 502 884 197 169 399 375 105 820 974 944 592 307 816 406 286 208 998 628 034 825 342 117
067. Just did it. That was it. All right. Sweet.
10. Mano a mano. Spanish for hand to hand, 2 hands have 10 fingers. 11. Nova. November is the 11th Gregorian month. 12. Petals. The heart chakra have 12 petals. 13. Quirk. 13 is seen as unlucky and bad luck is a quirk of reality. 14. Reconstruction. The 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution led to the Reconstruction era. 15. Tariq. A hieroglyph called a Tariq reminds us of the doubling sequence of 1, 2, 4, and 8, which sum to 15. 16. TR. The TR-808 drum machine has 16 pads, and 8 plus 8 equals 16. 17. Vixie. In ancient Rome 17 was unlucky, so instead of X, V, I, it was written as V, I, X, I, which spelled Vixie, meaning good luck. 18. Woman. A U.S. citizen becomes a woman at 18. 19. Zohar. The Sefer HaZohar, Book of the Splendor, a collection of 19 works of periods and different authors. This is our alphanumeric list mnemonic. Very soon, We will apply this device when performing math and arithmetic, so that we may perform left and right brain activity simultaneously, and grow 4 times as smart. Since A equals 0, its code word is ain't and it ain't on the list.
Traditions, traditions. Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
What's up with that mention Don King looking baby back there? Hi. What's with all the blackface? Blackface? Oh, nigga, stop acting like you don't know what blackface babies. No, that's Zwarte Piet. That's for the children. It's a long tradition passed on for many generations. Actually, he's black because he fell down the chimney, helping Sir Nicolaas. Oh. Okay, well, it feels like Santa's slave, but I respect the rebrand. Yep. He fell down the chimney? Yeah, yeah. Great guy. Hands up candy, you know. Who doesn't like candy?